Alabama Senator Katie Britt on Sunday discussed the impact of the big beautiful bill's cuts on Alabama just before the Senate voted on it on Monday. Well, tonight, House representatives are debating that same bill for a second time, with 4 Republicans voting to not bring that bill to the floor. WAAY 31's Georgia Clark joins us now live after speaking with a couple of Alabama representatives today about how they think this bill will impact Alabama. Georgia?
Well, Jim, this bill has been a challenge for Republicans to get passed, and Democrats have fought this bill as a whole since it was introduced. A large part of this discourse is to do with the cuts to Medicare, Medicaid, and SNAP benefits. Alabama ranks 42nd in both food insecurity and health care access in the nation. So I spoke with Alabama Congressman Shamari Figures of District 2 earlier today, and he says this will have a large impact on Alabama. And he understands why Republicans want to get people to work, just not the way they're going about it.
And look, that's something I agree with. If you can work, you should be working. But at the end of the day, they are throwing the baby out with the bathwater in terms of what they're doing to SNAP benefits and how we're going about this. We could have gotten together in a bipartisan fashion to try to come up with a solution to get to balance all of those priorities. And unfortunately, we didn't. And because of that, we're going to end up in a place where some people who need benefits will lose those benefits.
The other big concern is the potential $3 trillion added to the national debt, with that figure coming from the nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office. But Representative Robert Aderholt of District 4 says that number is not correct, and we won't see such a large increase.
The Congressional Budget Office does not do the dynamic scoring, which takes into account what all the benefits of these tax cuts will be. So when you figure this into the mix, you're not going to have a deficit, but you actually may decrease the debt and probably will decrease the debt.
Aderholt says with these tax cuts, there will be a better economy, but another issue that has been brought up is just who is going to see the most of these tax cuts. According to a Tax Policy Center analysis, 60% of those cuts will go to people making $217,000 or more yearly. Aderholt says he in no way wants to hurt people who actually need the benefits or the rural hospitals in his own district, but Figure says there's no way this bill will not have a lasting and detrimental impact. Reporting live in studio with coverage you can count on, Georgia Clark, WAAY 31 News.